Good morning, folks. Welcome in to Getting It In with Ryan on FoodTokTV. Today I'm going to be making some brats for you. And I'm also going to be making some potato salad of the hot variety. And something else. I'll do something else as well. Probably coleslaw, if I would have to imagine. That's probably what I'll do. Coleslaw. And yeah, so let's get started with that.
Getting it in with Ryan.
I'm going to plop my potatoes into the pot. In the water here. Cold water. Then we're going to bring that to a boil. Maybe. Yes, we're going to bring that to a boil. And we're going to reduce it to a simmer once it gets to a boil. And then we're going to add our salt so we don't screw up the bottom of our pot.
Right on. Y'all, welcome to Food Talk TV. Thank you. We do live cooking shows daily, Monday through Friday. We have 2 shows a day. And this is Saturday, so we just have the 1 show. Plus, we have Grub Match later on tonight. But this is Ryan's show, Getting It In with Ryan, on around this time, Saturdays. Soon enough, though, we'll be changing the show to where it's the 2 of us alternating. And we'll be changing the show to the tailgate.
Yeah, so we won't necessarily be calling it Getting It In with Ryan, but you're still going to be...
Yeah, still be getting it in with Ryan.
Getting It In with Ryan. And you'll be getting it in with the Mustard Queen, too.
Yeah.
I have a very gnarly little chunk out of that thing. I really need to run that thing on a stone.
So I went ahead and commented with Ryan's username so you know why it's Getting It In with Ryan. That's his handle on here, Getting It In with Ryan.
Slide up our
He's going to be doing some
here.
brats on the grill just to show y'all we do have the grill rolling. So we will be doing that with the brats and some onions and some beer.
Some brats. And I already got my brats. I'm kind of...
Oh, you've already started
I've already
marinating
started
them.
soaking them in some beer here.
Oh, yes.
So, yeah, I got things going today, man. I got the grill rolling.
Yes.
It looks like a freight train right now, but...
I'm personally excited for the German potato salad because it's a mustardy potato salad.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a German, I don't even think I said that. It is a German.
You said it was hot, but you didn't say what kind of hot.
Yeah, it's going to be served hot or room temperature, not cold, not creamy, and it's all in an einem Topf, I think is how you say that. All in one pot.
All in one pot.
Yep.
That's Cooking with Mama T's in the house, and she just gave us a little heart me. Thank you so much for that. Y'all, if you're following us, give us the heart me. And y'all, Mama T was my competition on Grub Match, which Grub Match is Food Talk TV's cooking competition that we do on Saturday nights at 6 p.m. Central. And her and I, we competed, we had 1 hour to compete with potatoes. And so this week, tonight at 6 p.m. Central, this week at 6 p.m. Central, we have Benjamin versus JDP. Benjamin is our creator, Cooking with Fatherpreneur, and he goes on Thursdays at 12 p.m. and he will be competing against his friend JDP, and that will be fun. And apparently there are mandatory dance breaks for it. I should know, I'm hosting it. So y'all, thank you so much for being here. Please tap the screens and share the lives. Tap, 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 tap. Tappity, tap, tap, tap. You can call this live the gym. Work out your fingers, and we'll tell your friends, you know, you went to the gym this morning.
Yeah, we'll tell them that.
Yeah. And y'all be sure to ask any questions you'd like. We are pretty interactive, so please be sure to comment and interact with us. Speaking of which, Cooking with Fatherpreneur just walked in the chat, and I was just talking about him with the grub match going on tonight.
His ears must have been burning.
His ears must have been burning, right?
Welcome, Fatherpreneur. So today we're doing brats, and man, I should have probably opted for the deeper version of this.
Oh, you might
brat
have a
tub.
deeper.
Yeah, I was kind of looking for that. Either way, we're gonna get our slicing underway. We're going to have some, along with our onions, we're going to do some peppers as well. And that's just how I like my brats.
I think I got some in the way back of the pantry.
In the way back.
In the way back there.
In the way back. Oh, you are a saint. Yeah, I'm going for some onions today. I definitely need a larger.
To be fair, I really need to clean out the pantry, but it's one of those things that once you start, you know, you have to take everything out, and then by then you're just over it.
You give that a little rinsey-do.
A rinsey-do?
A rinsey-do.
Do the rinsey-do and pull, and your pan is looking cool.
Oh.
Which these were Dollar Trees.
Look at that chub. That is a fun pepper. I hate that I'm just slicing it because we could do all kinds of great things. Could you guys stuff in that?
Oh,
we had a bunch that were just like, wow.
Yeah, that would make a good stuffed one.
Yes.
So, Cooking with Fatherpreneur, no, these are not leeks. These are just giant green onions.
Giant green onions.
Giant green onions.
I didn't even need green onions, and I just had to find a way to use them today because I couldn't pass up those green onions. I'm a sucker for green onions.
Which y'all, of course, Cooking with Fatherpreneur was talking about leeks. Because on his last show, he did a really beautiful potato and leek soup. And he had beautiful...
love potato and leek soup. Parsnip and leek soup. Any root and a leek.
Yeah. But he did it... He was inspired by Julia Childs when he did his.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a nice recipe.
Oh, yes. Going back to the classics, man. Julia Childs.
The potage parmentier.
Potage parmentier. Oh.
Yeah. Oui, oui.
What a classy lady, Julia Child.
Right. Oh, let's get the stock bag.
Yeah. Let's do that.
I feel like as we do our shows, our people will see the stock bag just grow.
They'll see our stock increase.
That's one way to do it. Whew. I'm coming. And y'all, thank you for tapping the screens and sharing the live and being here with us this Saturday. We know you have things you could be doing.
The jalapenos in there. Sometimes you don't.
I like the jalapenos in there.
Right. Okay. And I mean, we like a spicy stock. We like the spicy. For spicy little cookers.
Spicy little cookers. And we have this little holder thing to hold the bag open for us so he can just toss them in there.
If you don't like a spicy stock, don't be putting your jalapeno butts in there.
Yeah, when you're saving scraps for a freezer stock, like, it's good to, like, definitely keep it a base of the onions, carrots, and celery, and then just kind of garnish it with other veggies. But of course, brassicas can make it a bit bitter. But, you know, it does add some depth.
Alright.
We definitely have our onion quota in our stock bag.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I'm about to have more.
Lobello de la Casina is here. Hello, hello.
Hello, Lobello.
They're going to be in a future grub match. I'm excited about that.
Should I say hola, Lobello?
Hola.
Scooping off them onion butts. I could have probably cut that butt a little bit better.
And if you're just coming in here, guys, welcome in. We are getting ready to do some brats on the grill. And with that, we are going to be kind of giving it a little bath in beer. It's already bathing.
Yep.
I know it's a little early for beer, but you know it's Saturday.
It's got a little pre-soak, and then we're going to be putting them in the brat tub. And they're going to be hanging out in there while we make our potato salad. I might be over ambitious with all my... You need a lot of onions, man. You'll regret it if you didn't. Got to scoop those onions out of the bottom of the brat tub and dump them over them buns. That's how you got to do things.
Buns, son.
So, I was trying to figure out... So there's a Tennessee plays Kentucky, obviously. We're Tennessee fans. And I was trying to think of a good Kentucky food to do, but...
yeah, nothing comes to mind when it comes to Kentucky cuisine.
No.
But you know, it does come to mind.
Bourbon.
Yes.
And I got some of that, so we'll be making a little cocktail at the end of the show to get us a little bit more ready for that matchup.
Yeah.
Which I wanted to do an old fashioned, but they didn't have any oranges. Any oranges at my grocery store whatsoever. So we're not going to be old fashioned. We'll be new fashioned instead.
Yeah. Of course, right after payday was when the grocery store was just
yeah.
produced out.
Earlier in the week when I was broke, it was bustling and beautiful and vibrant produce, and I was salivating. And you get paid, and then that all goes away. I guess everybody gets paid, and then they just.
Taryn, we are working on some brats for the grill. They're gonna get a nice little bath in some beer and also some onions and stuff like that.
In the brat tub.
In the brat tub, yes. He's also going to be making some German hot potato salad and coleslaw if we got time.
I see steam.
This
thing usually acts pretty quickly, but since I put my potatoes in here, now it's got a little bit more
more to work with.
A little bit more mass to have to deal with.
Yes. So if y'all could please tap the screen and share the live. Sharing is caring, and tapping is clapping.
So I'm just ripping, like you could be meticulous and peel these things a little better. I'm ripping them off because we're putting them in our stock bag anyways. And all that's just going to be better for us later. So I'm not going to cry too much about, all that. To be reaping those benefits later.
Speaking of which, y'all, whenever it comes to cutting onions, I feel like everyone has their own advice on how to do it without crying. Some of my favorites include wearing goggles and having someone else do it. So if y'all have any good tips to how to cut onions without crying, what'd you do?
Ripping the gloves off. Oh, nothing. I just...
got sick of gloves?
Gloves don't have fingernails, and I need those right now. I keep forgetting I have this convenient little trash can under the table now.
Right? It's okay. I got you, babe.
I'm not gonna.
Call me Birdie puts them in the fridge for a long time.
Ah, yes.
I've also heard throwing them in the freezer.
You can run them over cold water.
I never have the forethought for the freezer hack.
It's a sulfuric acid gas or sulfur gas. I don't know. It's something like that. If you're the sciencey.
Yeah, it's
you're the sciencey person.
It's sulfury. It's sulfury aromas.
Sulfurous. Aromas. Aromatic sulfur gases.
Yeah. So pretty much my main tip for it is to make sure you have a really sharp knife, and then when you chop it, you kind of like use the knife to chop away from you, so that way like the aromas go that way, if that makes sense.
I'm using Peruvian gold sweet onions, so they're not as
they're not as sad.
They're not as they're not as sad. This is not as sad of an affair.
Father says if you don't cut them, you don't cry.
If you don't cut them, you don't cry. That's right.
There you go.
Eat them whole. Swallow them whole like a snake. Unhinge your jaw and swallow your onions, folks. That is the trick. So yeah, we're gonna have plenty of beautiful onions. You know what? And I'm not. I just don't have to be that.
Call me Birdie says her daughter will chomp on a raw potato. Guadua Cooks is in here. Hello there. Got some chili. Got a rose heart puff. She is going all over the gift board. Thank you so much for all the gifts.
Thank you, Guadua.
Yes. And, she did do the Gimme the Vote, and this is your last Saturday to vote early. If you're in Tennessee. I know it's different state by state, but if you're in Tennessee, today's the last Saturday. I have heard people saying there were some crazy lines from all over. So we will see when we get there.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to reserve these two little dudes for my potato salad over here, and those guys are just about to get to a boil, and I'd like them to kind of do that before I have to go out there and distract myself and end up with a boiled over pot of potatoes.
Right.
So
yeah, Birdie, I feel you. It's like, I feel like this cycle has been lasting forever, but then now it feels like it's so close to coming to an end. And y'all, I'm commenting as Ryan again. Eventually, he's going to be doing more content and going live more often.
Eventually, yes.
Eventually,
Putting words in my mouth. Are you putting text in my field?
Yes. But I feel like once we combine our shows, we'll have more time to be able to go live on our own pages.
All right. I am...
Are we going to the grill?
We're going to be going to the grill. We're going to be sticking this butter in here, so we can go ahead and do that while we wait on this thing. And...
Oh, of course I'll still be using mustard. I'm still mustard queen. Nothing's changing just because we're combining our shows. So, y'all, Halloween will be the last episode of Cutting the Mustard, which is my show I've been doing on FoodTokTV at 7 p.m. Central for about a year and a half now.
Here, I'll get it.
Okay. Okay.
I need to check the weather anyways, because
Oh, yeah.
it was nice and sunny, and then we just got this ominous cloud over the top of us.
So what, like our brats may be doing a, rainy hot tub?
A rainy hot tub, yeah.
Y'all, thank you so much for tapping those screens. Let's get to 5K real quick. Maybe we can get to 5K before the water boils, which it's kind of looking like it's coming to a boil. And now he did put these in here. Oh, it's coming up. Which he did put these in here whole. The water was already cold when he threw them in here. It's definitely a simmer. Not quite a boil.
Yeah. We gonna wanna get these bad boys grilling fast because it does look like it's gonna rain, but if I can get those brats on there the rest of the way through, the grill's gonna be closed for the most part anyway. So we'll be back in here in the dry making our potato salad.
So we may be we may have to play it may be a rain show.
Yep. You know what? We may have to play in the rain.
A bit of high temperature grapeseed oil.
A little bit of grapeseed oil, just to keep all this from hopefully burning too much. When we go out there to the high grill temp, I got a couple of hot sauces that I like to use here. Oh
yeah, I like how you're just whoop,
saucing.
Which that is a nice looking FoodTokTV apron.
It is, and now it's a spicy saucy FoodTokTV apron.
Yes.
And I need another vehicle for these things. So if you'll take them out there and take that butter out there and open up the grill and stick it on there and let it get going.
All right, I will be the one doing this.
I'm gonna try to do all that with 2 hands, 1 hand.
And film. Oh yeah, y'all. It was all nice and sunny when we were getting ready for our show, and of course, we may be getting some rain here soon, but it's okay. We cannot be rained out. Woo! Oh yeah. Here we go. Woo! I think this is all I have to do. Is this what he meant by getting it started? All right. So y'all, he's going to be coming out with all the vegetables and the brats. The brats have already been marinating in the beer, and we'll be adding some more beer. Used to grill in the snow. I have known already been marinating in the beer, and we'll be adding some more beer. Used to grill in the snow. I have known Ryan is the smoker in the snow. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Oh, at least when I'm out here though, I get a nice little seat. Our nice little wooden table here. I get a seat. And right now we're going to be watching butter melt, which is way more fun than, just watching butter stay still. Maybe if I close it for a little bit, just to like really get in the smoky flavors. He sent me out here on my own, so I kind of am doing this on my own. Oh, I can already hear it sizzle after that. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, that did its job. Yeah, we love grilling and cooking in inclement weather. We really do. We really do. And so before y'all ask, this isn't the green egg. It's kind of like a knockoff of the green egg. It's a black egg, which is several $100s cheaper, but this thing retains heat so well. So well. We used to use larger smokers. We barely have to add more stuff when we're doing our 16-hour long smokes. Well, that was fun. So yep, just getting this butter started. Vehicular. That is a fun word. Is there a way you would use that in a way that's not car related? Because I often hear that on like cop dramas. Yes. Okay, I gotta figure out what he's doing. Okay, getting it together.
Yeah, getting it together with Ryan. This did come to a boil though, fortunately, so at that point I salted it gratuitously, maybe not gratuitously enough, and then I reduced it down to the medium setting for
so
now.
it's like a simmer.
So it's a simmer, so you're just going to simmer those bad boys, and those are just going to be doing their thing while I'm doing my thing over here. And I got a big old plate full of onions. We'll come back for the peppers because we really want to get these onions browned up.
Onions all nice and...
Yeah, and we'll bring some salt and pepper out here with us. And of course we got hot sauce in our pocket.
Yeah, hot sauce in my pocket.
Alright, and we got things here. Fire.
Yes.
Yes.
Woo!
These bad boys. Right on in there and you hear the sizzle. That's what I want.
Oh yeah, that fire became way more angry. It was not this angry when I left it. It got mad.
I got the lava stone in the bottom, and I flip my lava stone periodically to keep it seasoned. And so the bottom side of that is the remnants of some pork butt we did a few days back.
Oh yeah. So I don't think that necessarily onions need to cook longer, but the longer you cook them, they get more of the sweeter flavor.
Yeah, and
these are sweet onions.
I gotta go get my stuff, my tongs.
Okay, we'll keep an eye on these fiery onions. Ooh, I love a good old foil pack. We really like using these foil pans. Oftentimes I find them to be really expensive at the grocery store, but they often sell them at the Dollar Tree.
I like how your other phone has this playing on it, so I can just watch this from in there.
Yeah, you can watch your own show from inside.
Watch my onions cook from inside.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I love it. Hey, this is how it's about to be.
I felt a raindrop.
I did too, and
yeah, I'm feeling more raindrops.
Not fun.
Yes.
All right, so.
Oh yeah, no, we are getting rained.
Yeah, we're about it.
Oh yeah, it's pouring.
So let's get some salt.
We're gonna add some hot sauce now.
Yeah, it's only little drops right now.
You know what? If Taylor Swift can do it, we can do it. We can do a rain show.
They play football in the rain, and we're supposed to be at tailgate. We could tailgate in the rain.
Yeah.
That's the thing we have to do. Salt, pepper on them
Kingsy
bad boys.
Y is eating pancakes.
Kingsy cakes.
I don't know if y'all can hear, but we are definitely getting rained on.
And we definitely got some fire going on here. I'm using, and I'll talk about the sauce later. Let's
yeah,
get it on.
We'll talk about the sauce in a minute. Oh boy.
Hot sauce on them bad boys.
All right. Necesito mucho andale.
And of course, it's blowing right in my face.
Ah!
And we got some ghost pepper sauce here because we might get a little bit spicy.
All right.
I'm gonna give them a stir, and you can take them back inside.
Yeah, no. If you're out, I'm out.
All right. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Woo! Yeah.
She's a down butt female dog.
All right. Woo!
Thermometer. That and my gloves.
Woo!
These have been too many rain and sun cycles. All right, great. So we'll see how all that works out.
All right. I actually have to make sure that the lens is cleaned out. Yeah, y'all. We were getting pretty rained on.
It started.
The things we do for you guys.
And apparently it's just going to rain on us for the show, and then it's going to move out.
Yeah, as soon as the show's done,
Like the
they'll be
weather
like,
says.
nope.
They're like, yeah.
You know, the rain isn't super cold. I don't think the rain is super
It's not
cold.
too bad.
Yeah.
It's not too cold over here.
I'm not
It's probably
freezing.
About 70 degrees over here right now.
Because I am not above just
Right,
putting
it's
my robe on.
Really the first rain we've had in a while.
Yeah, I don't think we had any rain for like a month now. I remember seeing it on the news about how our agriculture was kind of suffering because it's been so long without rain. But of course, when you watch the news, it's like, good evening, and then it's them telling you why it's not a good evening.
Good evening.
Let me tell you why it's not.
It's like the giving tree, you know, and the tree was happy. But not really.
But not really.
Good evening.
Let me tell you why
But
it's
not really.
Okay. Put the stock bag back in the freeze. Whew. So how long do we have for potatoes to be boiling?
You know,
Or simmering.
until they are ready to not be.
Oh, very scientific of you. Yes, sir. Thing in what, 10? Well, they're in larger pieces, so I imagine like 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
Probably, and they're all the same size. Like, that's another thing when you pick your potatoes out to boil. You want them to be about the same size, and if they're not and you have mishappened potatoes, then you can slice some of them in half. We want to keep them whole for this particular recipe, because if we keep them whole and we take them out, and then we cool them, and strain them, and let them sit over there for a little while, and then cut them up, they're going to absorb the dressing a little bit better in this type of recipe.
Okay.
So that's why we're doing that. I have a reason.
Okay. I did argue with him about this too. I'm like, why would you do that? Like, people say that, you know, boiling potatoes whole like this is how you get them waterlogged, but he's like, no, I've been reading more about this today than you. I'm like, okay, sir. And plus, it's not my show. So, do y'all like to dice up your potatoes first, or do you like to cook them whole first when you make potato salad?
I think that it's not raining as bad.
Yeah, not raining as bad, of course, now that we're inside, because we do have to put these beer-soaked brats in there, too.
We do. And then but I need to be tending to these onions, too.
All right, going back out, people. Yeah, it's not so bad now. It's a drizzle for sure.
Yeah. Just kind of pour it in on us right here. And we got onions and butter and hot sauce and all the pepper that we could get on them. And now our flames have died down a little bit, so that's pretty good too. And I do have the reason we had the flames so wild was because of that lava stone under there, and we opened it up to the air. We got that rush of oxygen, and so the fat on the underside of that, from doing a pork butt earlier, that fat had just got up, so it's all right.
We like to use scientific words like.
So yeah, we're using indirect heat here, but it's high heat. So it's high indirect. It's semi-indirect. It's a thing.
So yeah, Teresa agrees with you with the whole, but Lobello de la Casino says that they're impatient and cube theirs first.
Yes.
But you do have to baby them and make sure they don't overcook. You are correct with that. With the whole potatoes are a bit more forgiving.
Hunger knows no bounds.
Yeah.
So you can, if you gotta chop them.
TMG Ubas, thank you for the follow. Y'all, if you are not following Food Talk, you totally should be. Are we leaving this open?
Yeah, hang out there for a second.
Okay, cool.
Put more hot sauce in it.
Okay, cool. And so if you're not following us, you totally should. We do live cooking shows daily, Monday through Friday. We do 2 shows a day. And then this morning is Getting It In with Ryan. So welcome in. We also call the show The Tailgate because it's before the college games. We are Tennessee Vols fans, so let me know in the comments if you're rooting for any of the college teams today. We're Vols fans, and Kentucky is playing us at home today. So, that's another little rival game. Tennessee's feeling pretty good after that Alabama win. I don't know how much of his food I'm allowed to touch when I'm inside, but... Ah, yes, them getting nice and soft. And the rain really let up. When we were putting these in here, that's when it decided to pour. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. And y'all, you can go to FoodTokTV.com and see the recipes that we cook live on our shows. And you can also check the schedule to see who is cooking next. Because we do have a variety of creators with a variety of experiences and cultures. And it's just a really cool mix of people.
hanging out. To offset the cooling effect of it.
What are you doing?
Now it's not really raining. I'm opening my vent a little bit. Some more airflow up in through here.
What does the more airflow do?
It makes the fire a little hotter to offset the cooling effect from the rain. So you imagine the grill got up to a certain temperature and then the rain kind of quenched it. And so we lost a lot of, maybe not a lot, but we lost some heat.
We did.
We're trying to
But fire loves oxygen.
we probably are at around the same temperature, but we lost some heat. And the whole idea of this grill is that it has a lot of mass to it. It's thick ceramic, so it absorbs heat readily. So as that heat moves into the food, the grill doesn't lose it.
Oh yeah, it's starting to pour a little more.
And so we will give these guys another stir. Man, we get to get more hot sauce on these bad boys.
Yeah, it's whenever you think about hot sauce, that's when it starts to rain.
I can't be too angry at Mother Nature because she did give us a little reprieve, but I do want a little bit more of this.
We'll show them the hot sauces when we're
Umami
inside.
Reserve hot sauce.
We'll show them the hot sauce when we're inside. But I love that Umami Reserve.
Yeah, and so instead of like seasoning these up, we are. We're seasoning them up with hot sauce.
Yeah, y'all, it is.
Spicing them up. And it's not too incredibly hot. It's a really good thing.
I need one of those umbrella hats.
All right, cool. There we go. So we'll go back inside for a minute.
Maybe not talk about this outside.
Yeah. Yeah. While that happens.
Whew.
All right.
So how are we going to know when the potatoes are done?
We're going to stick a fork in them. Like that, the classic saying. I want to take these tongs back outside.
Okay.
Keep bringing them inside.
It's like the classic saying, stick a fork in them, they're done.
Stick a fork in it.
And so we can talk about the hot sauces he used now that we're inside.
They're not done because the fork should like just readily pierce them all the way through. And I ain't doing that.
Angela, thank you for the follow. Be sure you're following because on FoodTokTV we do live cooking shows on the daily. And be sure to tune in at 6 p.m. Central for Grub Match, our cooking competition.
Yes.
And that's in Central. Oh, now you can talk about the hot sauces.
Oh, the hot sauce.
Now that we're in the dry.
This one is a local thing down the road that we have. And they do a ghost pepper sauce and it's really good. It's a kind of smoky ghost pepper sauce. It's really good. It's very spicy.
So
very,
that one's
hot,
actually my personal favorite hot sauce. It's from the Pepper Palace, and Pepper Palace is a chain, so I don't know if like all of them have the ghost pepper. But I was actually not a fan of super hot stuff. I didn't understand spicy foods at all. But this is the one that was just like, wow, there's actually really good flavor with it too. And so I call this my, what do I call it? My,
Well, I don't know what you call it.
No, it's what I call honey mustard.
Is your go-to?
Yeah, it is my go-to, absolutely.
Your bottom hot sauce?
Yeah. My first love.
Taylor's bottom sauce.
Yes, Ben, we do need a pop-up tent.
This is we do. We had one and then
we never put it down.
No, we never moored it to the ground and it got ejected into the yard and that was kind of the end of that one. During a storm, yeah. That was a fun time. Yeah. Umami Reserve is, or this is just umami, not the Umami Reserve. This has oven-dried olives, porcini mushrooms, and capers in it. So like they're extracting all kinds of umami from those. I find this a very interesting hot sauce, and it really does add.
Sunflower Sun, thanks for the follow.
It really does add a good touch of umami to it.
It does. So Barbara wants to know what we're making today.
Good. We're making brats.
Brats.
We're trying to make brats if the weather cooperates.
Every time we go inside, the rain stops.
Yeah, the rain stops.
Yeah, we're having a rain show today.
Rain show. So we got a little bit of rain. It's not too much rain. It's not like a complete gully washer, so the grill's able to handle it. It's not. Yeah.
So,
not too bad.
Do we want to make coleslaw or something while we're waiting on everything else to finish up?
Yeah, we can probably make the slaw. We should be out there tending to onions this whole time. That's the idea. These potatoes should be cooking. We should be out there tending to onions. And I think the rain's pulled up enough that we can. So let's head back out to the grill.
Right.
In, out, in, out.
In, out, in, out. I feel like the cat. In or out? In or out?
In or out?
In or out?
Overcooked, undercooked. Directly to grill.
Directly to grill. So we got the potatoes on here. These peppers, will be meeting them shortly. We do have the brats that are marinated in the beer.
Yeah. We have brats. And then a hot German potato salad is going to be made, and a coleslaw. I usually like to do sauerkraut too on my brats, but I just didn't want to open up a can of kraut for you guys. Like, yeah, you know, that's not fun. So, we're not doing that.
Oh, Thunderbuns is having a chitterling sandwich. Is anyone else eating right now?
Thunderbuns is having a chitlin sandwich?
Yep.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about, man.
Y'all, if you are eating, let us know in the comments, because it's never a good idea to come to Food Talk TV hungry, because we'll make you hungry. Barbara says that sounds yum.
All right.
Everything we're doing.
So these guys are starting to do their thing. We're not going to go through the whole process of caramelization, but we want to get those
I love the brown
bits in there.
And I feel like closing it is really going to impart some more smoky flavor in them.
Yes, it really will. It really will.
So the rain is kind of forcing us to
get them nice browned bits.
Nice smoked onions.
Turn them around a little bit there. Yeah. So we got them nice brown. Get them nice browned bits.
Nice smoked onions.
Turn them around a little bit there. Yeah. So we got them nice brown bits around the edges here. That's good. We're not going to go full on caramelization mode. We do want them to kind of stand up on our brats a little bit, because we're going to put the brats in on top of this, cover the whole thing with beer, and then let them just soak in this tub. And you know, that's just, I don't know any other way to do it.
So
but we're going to be adding
Nashville.
some more stuff to this now too. So now that our onions are at this state.
Are we leaving it open?
Yeah.
Am I following you?
Out there. No.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to go get the ingredients. I'll be right back.
So Country Girl, we are in Nashville, and this is the first time it has rained in multiple weeks. It's been close to a month, if not a month, since it has rained for us. So we got to be grateful for the rain, but also, of course, it happens when we have an outdoor show. So yeah, you can see we are doing a rain show, but if Taylor Swift can do it, Taylor Rose can do it.
Yeah. We're not grilling at Nissan Stadium. We don't attract that many people.
Yeah, I know, right? We're not attracting that many people.
But, you know, we do what we can over here, and we have better food than Nissan Stadium does, I'll tell you that.
We sure do.
Up your game. That's a shot right there. Shots were fired.
Yeah.
Up your game, Nissan Stadium.
Birdie says Rose greater than Swift.
Yes. Alright, so now we're going to throw those dudes in there. I didn't want to throw them all in there at once and overwhelm everything. And then the rain totally overwhelmed everything.
Yeah, Country Girl says that they haven't had rain since Hurricane Milton, and they're in Maryland.
In Maryland, it's been a very dry No-tober.
Girl says that they haven't had rain since Hurricane Milton, and they're in Maryland.
In Maryland, it's been a very dry No-tober.
Oh man, these are gonna be so yummy. So yummy.
September. September.
Is that it? Comes first. Like I want to be this person, but I don't want to be this person. Is there enough butter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
a
you
stick
see
is
it
enough.
In there.
Yeah. But you also put grapeseed oil.
I put a whole stick of butter in there, so.
Yeah.
And I put some a good drizzle of grapeseed oil to fortify that butter.
Yes.
You know, I'd probably like to get some more pepper in there though.
Oh yeah, we also just had Tennessee just passed a no burning law here too. Yeah. Like we have to get a special permit in order to burn anything.
That doesn't apply to our grill, but
does not apply to grill. Birdie says that was rhetorical, Ryan. Add more butter.
Yeah, it's a rhetorical statement.
Right. Rhetorical statement. And yes, y'all, this is a rain show. You can see I don't know how much of the rain you can see that we're having, but earlier we got poured on. But you know what? This is what happens when you cook outdoors.
It's just what happens.
Just what happens.
So yeah, so we're gonna watch these for a little bit.
Yeah.
While our potatoes are boiling in there for our hot German potato salad.
You want to hold this while I get the holder?
If we're gonna be yeah, absolutely. Make it a little easier. Nice Nice, nice. I feel like the rain did cool this off a little bit more. I was expecting it to be screaming a little higher. That's all right. It's doing its thing.
I think maybe over here would be the best.
Okay. And we have a mustard queen standing on the table.
Yeah, I'm standing on the table to get this.
Maybe, I think it's handling the standing.
Are you calling me fat?
Absolutely not.
Okay, I don't think that's a
in
word
no
I can
sort
say.
of way. Yeah, don't do that. I think that's not a good idea.
Ooh.
No, that is probably not the thing
Yeah,
to say.
that's not the thing.
I was more talking about the integrity of the table.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, more so. That was what I was
Yes.
calling out there.
Oh yeah, where's the bacon?
The bacon, it's going to be coming. We're doing it.
We're trying to do it all in one pot.
Yeah, we're doing it.
Boiling the potatoes first, then
Yeah,
using
yeah.
that same
It's going
pot
to be.
for the
Yeah, we're
bacon.
going to use. I don't like to do dishes, so I'm going to do it all in one pot.
Right. We
Yeah.
have a rule. After his show, he does the dishes. After my show, I do the dishes. I can still smell this so well. Oh. Man.
All in einen Topf.
Yes.
All in one.
You know what? Even though we are getting drizzled on, it's nice. It feels nice.
It is
and
really nice. It's not bad.
It's not cold
just
rain.
a little. It's just a little drizzle.
Yeah. Oh, why does Snoop Dogg wear an umbrella?
For drizzle.
Yes, we're definitely using bacon in the German potato salad. And of course, my favorite part, we are definitely using some mustard.
Yeah, we're gonna have bacon. Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about that.
We got bacon, and we got some veggies here. Yeah, we're making brats. So we got a whole freaking pan of veggies out here on the grill. We got brat toppings brewing over here.
And
They are beer brats. They are soaking in beer, and I can go get them.
Is it time?
I'm gonna, yeah, it's getting, it's and
a
they are
rage.
beer brats. They are soaking in beer, and I can go get them.
Is it time?
I'm gonna, yeah, it's getting, it's you know, we're gonna have to.
Yeah. At some point, we're gonna want to let these guys take a bath. I want to stir them. Oh, just like, look at these. Oh, I love the brown bits on the onions that we're getting. Oh. I couldn't just stand there and watch, because stirring is just
Yeah,
fun.
no, dude, please. Like, we need some action here.
Yes. Oh.
That's what I'd be doing if I was standing there. I'd be standing there stirring them the whole time. So
Yeah.
you're doing the right thing. And we got our brats that have been soaking around in some beer since early this morning. I know I didn't quite do that one, and it's irking me so bad. I want to just like kind of tear it apart.
Yay! It's
Yay.
apart!
You got it?
I got it.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, where there was just that one thing still connecting them. The Siamese peppers.
Siamese peppers.
Yes. But we operated them and
Would those be Thai chilies?
no. I
From
guess.
Siam?
Yeah. I was just talking. I was making a Siamese twin joke.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
I was just making it awkward. That's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Cool. That's what he's here for. Welcome to Food Talk TV, y'all. We do live cooking shows daily, so be sure you are giving us a follow for Food Talk TV. We do live cooking shows daily, Monday through Friday, twice a day. On Saturdays, we have Getting It In with Ryan. And soon enough, we will be combining our shows, so we'll be alternating hosts. So Ryan will do one week, I'll do the next, and yeah, it'll
We
be
might
fun.
just do it together.
So Halloween will be the last of cutting the mustard. So be sure you're on here on Halloween, 7 p.m. Central, unless you're like cool and have like actual Halloween plans. But if you're not cool enough to have Halloween plans.
Is this the last Getting It In with Ryan then?
No. You still got next week.
I got one more.
And I think we're going to rename the show The Tailgate.
Yeah,
the Tailgate. Which is really what we're doing. We're tailgating for the college games, so it's always the tailgate.
College games, pro games, whatever games, hockey. I don't know if...
Oh, yeah. We're going to have to get into more sports when the season's over.
Yeah, definitely.
What does Snoop Dogg wash his clothes with? I don't know, but I'm hoping for a family-friendly punchline here.
Hoping for a punchline we can say.
I'm hoping for a punchline I can say. I don't think I can say that one.
Oh no.
But
oh no. Can I still see it?
Yeah, you can see it. I don't know. You can read it if you want. Oh yes. Speaking of peppers,
that's good. That's good. I love it. I love it. It's funny.
So yes, Benjamin wants to remind us because we are using a bunch of peppers here on here. So Grub Match is Food Talk TV's cooking competition, where it's going to be Benjamin, who is on Thursdays at noon Central on Food Talk TV, and he is being challenged by JDP, a friend of his, who is requiring mandatory dance breaks for this. But their ingredient, they have 1 hour to cook things with peppers.
I generally do find a way to sneak in that ingredient into my recipes.
Yes.
Right.
So be sure
a little pepper teaser, a little precursor, if you will.
Oh yeah. Let's move this just slightly closer to here.
To the camera. Okay.
To the camera, and then you have to move closer to the camera.
And I have to move closer to the camera. So we're going to fill our brats into there. Slippery brats. And there's some beer in there, and we're gonna go for a whole covering effect here. Taylor is opening a beer, a warm beer.
It's not contaminated.
Not contaminated beer.
I just made sure.
Yep. Okay, good. Thank God.
That's what I'm here for.
And see this one, that one, they snuck that little incision into the bottom of the package, so I couldn't see it. Sneaky little brat makers. Sneaky little brats. Yeah, so hit it with that beer.
I think every time we say the BEER, how many E's did I use?
Okay.
So every time we say that word, our numbers drop.
Okay. Well, liquid bread. So
yeah,
we're gonna pour the liquid bread
of the adult variety.
Yeah. Adult liquid bread. I do like to keep this more centered because my lava stone is here. I don't want to like unevenness.
Okay. Well, I guess I can move forward. And Mr. Crown Royal is in here, and
Mr. Crown Royal.
He did a brat hot tub recently.
Yeah, he did. He did do a brat tub.
A brat tub.
I was like, man, he did it before me. Did do the brat tub, so I'm doing it anyways.
You know, with Mr. Crown Royal and Cooking with Country, both being on Food Talk TV, there's going to be a lot of grilling things that they are going to beat you to.
We're going to have a lot of repeat grilling, but that's great because we're going to have a lot of great grilled food because those dudes make some great
last night Mr. Crown Royal made a seafood boil. Oh, that looked awesome.
Oh man.
Yes. They did such a great job with that. I know, right?
Man, how did I miss that? Oh, I was working late and completely dilapidated by the time I got home. So.
Ooh, that's a fun word.
Dilapidated? Yeah, I love it.
Dilapidated.
Yes, dilapidated. So yeah, some of these are peeking out, and that's okay because we're going to be turning them around a little bit. So these guys are really...
Thank you for the follow, Mary.
These guys are really just set to hang out here in the brat tub.
Yes. So
that's what they got to do.
Yes, y'all be sure you're giving us a follow, not just for this great grill content, but the Friday night grill content we have at 6:30 p.m. Central, for the Tuesday 3 p.m. Central grill content with Cooking with Country, and then we have all sorts of other creators the rest of the times to fill out. But those are our main 3 grill guys.
Yep. And so to recap what we did here, we put some onions in there, we got rained on, we put some butter and some grapeseed oil down in the bottom, we put some onions in, we got rained on, we barely got some salt and pepper and hot sauce over them, and then we had to close it. We didn't get rained on so bad. We came back out, and then we put our peppers in there as well and let them roll for a little while. And now we got brats soaking in liquid bread.
Of the adult variety.
Of the adult variety, yes. a little darker liquid bread. So we're going to close the lid on this and go back inside and check on our potatoes.
Potatoes, because German potato salad.
German potato salad and
Bye
coleslaw.
bye brats.
Bye bye brats, baby. Bye bye brats.
Bye bye. Whoop. Whew, nice and dry in here. Whew. Oh yeah, I see the skin starting to split, and I feel like it's time.
Oh, are they falling off the fork?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
The skins are splitting.
Perfect.
I gotta show the audience what these potatoes look like because he did put them in whole.
Yes. Should we let's see.
Yeah, I would get a colander.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, we definitely need to do that.
Yes. Colander.
Colander, all basic brats.
Colandering all the basic brats.
But these are not basic brats.
No, sir, they are not.
Oh shoot.
What?
I'm
Making a mess?
making a mess. Yep.
Splish, splash, I was taking a bath. Alright, I guess I will let you take over your own show.
Yeah, let me do that.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm going to turn this thing off. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, the skins are splitting. And I guess yeah, yes. And they should fall off the fork. And that is when they are going to be done for this recipe. So we're going to get ourselves some bacon. Should we say goodbye momentarily and then come back for another hour? Because I feel like it's going to take another hour. And
yeah, I feel like it will take another hour and these things will cool and we'll be able to regroup.
So we're going to hang out with you for another hour.
So actually,
take a quick little break.
We haven't hit a full complete first hour.
Yeah, I know, but when that happens...
Yeah, then we'll peace out and then we'll come back.
And be right back.
Yeah. So that way we can split the live in two.
In two, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to do. So if you're here, you can still be here. We'll be...
Yeah, we'll be right back. When
that happens, we'll be right back. Dump this bad boy out. Oh, Taylor's gonna go ahead and dump that bad boy out.
So are we sure we want to use this because it retains heat?
Oh,
okay.
I got.
You know what you're doing.
I know what I'm doing here.
Sorry, guys.
Today I do.
Last
week I didn't know. No, last week I should have listened to you, but
you know what you're doing.
I know what I'm doing here.
Sorry, guys.
Today I do.
Last
week I didn't know. No, last week I should have listened to you, but today.
Ooh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We split the duties here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there we go. If you'll just pour that out, and then we're just gonna let that hang out. Normally I just do all this over the sink, but we don't have a sink
right there
over here, unfortunately.
We do need a sink.
Yeah, I need like way more money for that.
I know, right?
But I want it. It's a want. It's a want. It's at this point looks like it's a need.
I know, right? Because, y'all, we do have a pretty large kitchen where we do cook. It's just not really film worthy. Like, it's really hard to film shows in our large kitchen. Like, the angles are just super awkward. So we've kind of set up our own little cooking station over here for our live shows. And I've been really enjoying it. I feel like each week we just kind of add new improvements to it. Like, we have the induction cooker over here. And then over by the windowsill, we have a nice little cabinet for all of our cooking things. And we have all sorts of appliances. And we have Gordon Quaxie.
Yeah, so when we come back, we're going to be doing this...
Brian, thank you for the show. We appreciate it.
We're going to be doing this all in einem Topf. And that way I don't have to do as many dishes. Because we don't have a sink over here. So when we come back, we're going to be making some bacon. We're going to be making our dressing for our potatoes and chopping them and putting them back in. We're going to make a coleslaw. We're going to check on our brats. We're going to assemble those. I feel like that's going to take at least an hour or two. So
yeah, we also have some coleslaw. Have you decided if you're going to be doing a vinegar or a creamy slaw? Y'all, let us know. Do you like vinegar or creamy slaw? Let us know. Help us decide, because we do have this mustardy potato salad, and then we do have, you know, the liquid bread of the adult variety brats on the grill.
Mm-hmm. So. And I feel like, and then we're also gonna be making a cocktail at the end of that to get us a little bit more ready for our game
with different adult bread.
Yep, with different adult bread.
Yes,
distilled adult bread.
Distilled adult bread.
Yes, from the region of Kentucky.
Yes.
And
of course, it doesn't have to be from Kentucky in order for it to be the premium adult bread.
No, does not.
But ours just happens to be.
It happens to be because Tennessee and Kentucky are facing each other today in a game of American football.
Yes.
So that'll be fun to watch.
Yes, it will.
Because we generally own them, so.
We do have this angel hair slaw, if this kind of makes a difference on what you guys think of what we should use. And Mr. Crown Royal is in the comments. Y'all, be sure you give him a follow. He's trying to hit 10K followers, and he goes live on his own page, and he's live on FoodTokTV at 6:30 p.m. Central. Eggs, what's up? Thank you for the heart me.
Well, hell, hop in the comments with him.
Yeah.
Don't leave him alone in there.
Yeah.
Get up in here with him.
Not a super chatty comment section, but it's okay.
Not so chatty.
Yeah. We're chatty enough.
Yeah,
I'm chatty enough for everyone.
Taylor, I could not say a word during this whole thing, and Taylor would just narrate it, and like, that'd be cool. But I gotta say something sometime.
Right, I know. It's like we gotta have conversations sometime.
So yeah, I feel like let's.
So, and then we also have these. Oh yeah, Benjamin thought these were leeks, but no, these are just like really big green onions.
They are approaching.
Should we throw one of them into the brats?
Did we or could we?
Could we?
I mean, we could. We certainly could.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be using part of them for the slaw and the other part of them for the potato salad over here.
Yes. Which, y'all, if you ever use green onions, keeping them in a little bit of water does help keep them alive and stuff, because there are the roots at the bottom. However, if there's too much water in there, then these whites can get pretty soggy, so that's not very good. You do want to exchange the water. And if you're using these a bunch and just putting the roots in there, a liquid plant food keeps these alive. Like, not the plant food that you get with a bouquet of flowers, but like stuff that actually comes as a liquid in order to be a liquid plant food. So you can essentially just have green onions forever if you have that liquid plant food.
All right, so let's peace out. You've been getting in with Ryan. Now get out. But come back.
Wait. We have 3 minutes, unfortunately.
3 minutes?
Yeah, I know.
Do we have to use the whole 3 minutes?
We do, absolutely.
Is that the rules?
Yes, it is the rules. I'm the boss.
So we gotta, oh man. Crap.
Oh, yeah.
This is like, whose boss is it anyway?
Whose boss is it anyway? And then y'all, you do need to tell us creamy or vinegar slaw. Creamy or vinegar slaw.
Yeah,
no one's let us know.
In these dwindling minutes of all this.
I wonder if I can create a poll. Let's see. Poll. Check votes in the comments.
Baby poll.
Okay.
I'm just gonna, since I don't have anything else to do, I'm just
for the next live, because, which you can explain what you're doing with the honing.
Well, you know. So, your knife gets little chunks and divots and breaks in the blade. I don't think you can see that refracting in the light, but I certainly can. And as you use it, that fine edge of your knife just kind of curls over a little bit. So we're trying to straighten that out. So I'll stick this. It's got a nice little point. I like it. Some people do it like that, and then some people do it like this, and everybody does it a different way. But in order to get really good results, you need to do it very hard. And I don't like flinging my knife across the, like, I've got a firm grip, but it's not a good look. So I like to stick it into my chopping block here.
So y'all, I did just set up a poll. So comment A for creamy, or B for vinegar slaw. And oftentimes, I commented as you for the creamy slaw, but oftentimes when deciding what kind of slaw to make, whether it's creamy or vinegar, I see what else I'm making on the plate. So we are doing the adult beverage brats that are on the grill right now. We also have some mustardy hot German potato salad coming, so if that helps you help us decide, please help us decide.
And I like to
A
go-
is the creamy variety, B is for the vinegary. I'm kind of thinking creamy though. 42 Rachel, what's up?
That's kind of what I'm thinking too. Hey, 42 Rachel, what's happening?
Which 42 Rachel is one of the mods for Nick Bonono. He was on last week's scrub match, and they had 1 hour to make things with yogurt, which is crazy. I feel like I got so lucky with the potatoes, but then tonight the ingredient is pepper, and I love the super vagueness of pepper. I love the super vagueness of that. Oh yeah, Shan Barrett wants to know, how do you use that sharpening stone?
It is a, this is just a old steel rod. Will you hand me the sharpening steel while we're in here? We'll talk about that.
Where is that?
It's the one with the black handle, so I don't know where it is, but it should be in there. So this is just a steel rod. It's a dumb steel smooth rod, and this is a honing steel, and all it does is as you use your knife, that fine edge of metal on your knife, it gets chunks taken out of it and this and that, but ultimately it kind of curls over to the edge and becomes not so sharp anymore. But it doesn't do it, like the whole thing doesn't go one way, you know, some curls that way and that way and that way and that way, so that's why you do both sides equally. If you're just honing it, you have a sharp knife and you want to maintain it, you shouldn't be sharpening your knives often. You should be honing them and maintaining them regularly, because you don't want to take material off the edge. When you sharpen them, you're taking material off the edge. But when you're honing them, you hold it at the at your knife's bevel angle, which mine is 15 degrees, which is about like an old matchbook. You know, where they used to, the hotels where you used to get an ashtray and a matchbook, you know?
Oh yeah.
I used to say that. I used to have so many matchbooks from hotels.
I'm pretty sure there's a collection somewhere.
There is somewhere. We also used to say bottle caps too, so
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's a collection of those somewhere too. But anyways, yeah, 15 degrees, which is about that. And just get comfortable with holding that. It's okay if you're a little off here. I mean, it's not, you know, any laser precision, but you want to keep it at about 15 degrees. And you want to use firm pressure against this thing. And you want it when you start. And then you're going to gradually reduce pressure to where you're just doing it easily toward the end. So when we start off, we're going to push it, starting at the hilt, push and go down, push and go down, push and go down. Try to get that, it's difficult sometimes, but try to get that curve in there. Once you do it enough, you'll get a technique for it. And then look down the edge of your knife, especially in the light, and you'll see any kind of little divots or chunks that may be taken out of it, or anywhere where that edge is actually out. And you can feel it too by pushing your finger away from the blade, never toward the blade, because ideally it's sharp, and
I learned that the hard way.
never want to do that. Yeah. So this one is good at this point. The sharpening steel, you can see it's, I don't know, maybe you can see it is it's got these striations, and so like it's rough. So as you go down it, you can actually hear material being removed from it, and we're just going to do that very lightly because we're not trying to move material at this point. You can use anything to sharpen a knife, but you should always keep it honed after it's sharpened, so you don't just keep grinding material off your knife, because once you get up into this area of the knife, that taper becomes very much harder to maintain an edge on, and some knives are even tempered along this edge to such a point to where they'll lose their effectiveness at staying sharp after a long time. So you don't want to be taking material off a knife. You want to be maintaining the edge of it as much as you possibly can, because you spend a lot of money on these things. This one,
it's an investment.
This one's probably like 50, 60 bucks, and that's not a lot of money for a knife. You know, you can spend $200, $300, $400, $500 on a good knife, and you know, and if you have that money to spend on a knife and you want a sharp knife, you should, because those knives work very, very well.
And of course, you don't want to throw it in the sink or like have it hit other things.
You don't want to be chopping on plates with it. You want to be. That's why you use a butcher block or a plastic thing or something that, you know, it's not going to kill.
Yeah, not like a glass cutting board.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shan Barrett says that was very helpful info.
So, and sharpening the knife, you can do this on a stone, like when you put it on like a wet stone, an oil stone. You can use a ceramic stone. There's thousands of ways to sharpen an edge. You can take it on an old rock outside. You know, I've sharpened pocket knives on a smooth slate of concrete. You know, it doesn't matter what you use or what you do. The whole idea is maintaining the angle and establishing that bevel. The most crucial point of it is keeping your angle correct throughout the whole process, no matter what process you use. So when this gets all chunked up on the edges, which it kind of is a little bit, and when I get out my sharpening stones, I'll actually put it on a stone because I can get a nice, smooth, consistent edge that way. And then I'll hone it again. You can hone it on, you'll see me dragging it across my apron. It's not just like some a weird twitch that I have. It is a weird twitch that I have, but also that
it's an appropriate weird twitch.
It's sort of a stropping it, so you can have a leather strop, and you can also strop it to get a really razor sharp edge. But when you do get an edge, do you have like a thin piece of paper for me, like a piece of junk mail or something? And like that like glossy newspapery paper or something, or even just a piece of notebook paper, whatever. But when you do get an edge,
okay, I got a piece of notebook paper.
Piece of newspaper. The thinner the paper, I find, the better it will tell your edge. So this will tell you if I'm just BSing you right now or if it's really sharp. Well, I might just be BSing you right now. Yep. So it shouldn't be doing that. Shouldn't be tearing it. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
That's what you're looking for. But those little chunks and divots, and that's why I say it's time to run this on a stone. Can you see those chunks in it?
Yeah, I can see.
They catch the paper.
Yeah, that's where you can see what you need to hone.
That's why it's time for me, and not throw it in your sink and your dishwasher and clank it up against other things. So it's kind of there, but it ain't really there. This one's not that great. It's sharp enough to cut you. But
C-word.
Yeah. It's sharp enough to make you have a bad day.
Yes.
But it's not as sharp as you want it. And a sharp knife is much safer than a not sharp knife.
So the honing, steel.
Honing steel, that's why I do it.
And then the sharpening has these
steel.
like...
Let's try it again. Let's do it. Do we have, I guess, do we have enough time? Is there a reason to be doing this?
Time, but we can still do it because it's useful information.
See, I'm trying to be on time, timely, and you've done drugged me into this whole sharpening expose. So we're going to use our steel. I can feel it. You can really feel it when that material is being removed from this thing. So this is great in the kitchen. It's a quick thing to do right before you cut. When you set it down with a sharpening stone, that's a little bit longer of an affair. I like to do then there's 100 different techniques, and they all work. And they all have.
Here's an advertisement for my Bon Appetit magazine if you want to use this next.
Perfect.
Because magazine is definitely better than notebook paper for this activity.
And I like to go until it starts feeling smooth here. And don't overdo it. Like, you definitely don't want to be doing that. So, I see a good edge on there. I actually like that. And some of those little chunks and divots have disappeared. When we use this and we're sharpening, we're removing material. When we are honing, we are straightening and aligning and maintaining material. So that's the important parts about that. So I do that also to get any little little pieces of metal that microscopic pieces of metal that might be on it, they can go off into my apron instead of onto my cutting board and into my food. And then I'll take this out of the way because I don't want to knock it. And then we're gonna hone it again after you.
Oh, you hone it after the sharpening?
Yeah, yeah. Honing is maintaining, but after you sharpen, you should always hone. And then once you've sharpened, ideally you don't need to sharpen for a while or a long time, and you just hone it. So not wanting to be.
So do you hone before the sharpening and after?
No. I was just honing it because I wasn't intending on sharpening it, just to demonstrate. But then I found out it wasn't really that sharp. So now we sharpened it a little bit, and we're gonna check and see.
So honing is maintenance, and then sharpening is for when to basically reshape it.
And then we're gonna taper off our pressure. And you'd be surprised at how much pressure you need initially to hone it. Like it's a good bit, you know. So and then just kind of taper off on your pressure, getting lighter strokes, and that just works everything. Kind of wiggles that metal back into place. And we'll see if I did a good job here. I hope I did.
Yeah, that would be embarrassing.
I know, right? My reputation's on the line. Yeah. There's a good one.
You're like shaving it up.
There we go. So you're ideally wanting to shave that sucker off.
There we go.
So that is what you want. Like a katana. You just want to take it in there and shave off paper.
MetChef65 says honey takes to find burrs or unevenness in knives. So you can use honey to find unevenness?
Honey.
Oh, that's a new one.
How do you do that? That's a good
that's a new one.
That's a new one on me.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's just a little, and that's pretty quick. So you can do
honing.
Honing.
Not honey.
Autocorrect. Yeah.
Autocorrect.
Yeah. Honing will highlight.
Takes to find burrs or unevenness with the knife.
Yes, and it will highlight those burrs and unevennesses. And if we had a nice good sunlight, you know,
I was about to say Met Chef, like that would have been funny.
If you can find a contrasting color to your blade, like on this dark, is really great. That really helps. And then you can get it into the sunlight where the light catches it. You can actually see that very fine edge on it. So, and you see that didn't take very long. You can have a sharp knife right before a cooking show.
Yeah, most of it was just, us talking about it.
And if I look down my apron, I see a shiny little speck there of material that had been removed. So that's why, that's the main, this is not really stropping, but it is removing any of those little pieces of material that may be still clinging to my knife that I don't want to end up in my gut or my loved one's guts, because I mean it's probably okay, but I don't know what it would do to you. It'd probably rust up in your stomach. I don't know.
Well, I mean, we eat metals anyway. Like,
but let's not go into that.
Yeah, that's a different conversation.
That's a whole other hour. Maybe we'll talk about all the metals that we eat in the next hour.
Yes,
but
because we do need to.
For this hour, we're going to wrap it up. And you've been getting it in with Ryan.
We're going to come back with
Ryan. We're going to come back with Ryan. So get out, but come back. And we're going to, I think we need to reconvene a little bit and for just a couple of minutes and get our bacon, our bacon making station ready.
Yep.
So
get
out, but come back.